Now, tomorrow is Wear It Purple Day. You may not have heard of it before, but it's a day that campaigns for better support of rainbow young people. It started 12 years ago in response to teenagers who were struggling with the lack of acceptance they faced over their sexuality or gender identity. Now, it's an international celebration of empowerment.
Well, one person who will be proudly wearing purple tomorrow and is here to tell us why. Would you please welcome Frankie Mazzoni?
Hi.
Got your own fan club.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's lovely to meet you. Frankie, can you explain to us when you wear purple tomorrow, what that means for you?
Well, tomorrow I'm going to be wearing purple to create a celebration and bring good attention towards the queer community, especially for young people. In 2010, there was a young kid called Tyler, who was about 18 years old, who committed suicide because he was outed as gay. He was bullied so much that he couldn't handle it anymore. The sad part of this is that that kind of stuff still happens today. And I think we got to do everything in our power to prevent this from happening more. So tomorrow when you wear purple, it kind of shows us that you support us and that you've got our back.
It is an opportunity to celebrate everyone that falls under the rainbow flag. So tell us about you. Tell us your story.
Well, I mean, as soon as I could speak, it was pretty obvious that I was a girl. I would say things to my parents like, why did you make me a boy? I want to be a girl. Or, when I grow up, Mum, will I look like you? I remember one time I told my mum, I can't wait to die because I can't wait to come back as a girl. So at that point, I think everyone kind of realised that I wasn't a little boy and that I was a little girl. My parents accepted me, everyone around us was happy, I was happy, until I went to primary school. That's when everything kind of went downhill. I started getting bullied quite badly. At first, it was like verbal stuff, and then it became a bit more physical. At that point, I wasn't safe at school anymore. The one place where I could go to be educated and learn about things, I wasn't safe anymore. So I missed out on a lot of time at school. Mum and I got quite scared about my safety and what's going to happen in my future if this continues to happen. So we were searching for help and we came across Transcend. Transcend is an organisation founded by Georgie Stone's mum, Beck, who's incredible. They're both lovely. And Transcend helps support my mum to help me so that I can start helping people. And I think it's really important to show that when we all can help each other, we can do incredible things. I'm now at a school where I'm accepted. All my grades are up to date. I'm on SRC, student council. I'm writing articles for magazines, and I'm on the project.
You also have got the biggest cheer that anyone's got tonight. You have your friends and your principal, your mum in the crowd. What a great support network. Not everybody's as lucky to have that kind of support network. What does it mean to you?
I mean, I'm so lucky to have my mum here, my friends and my principal. I was quite nervous about this interview, but having them...
You're killing it, by the way. You are killing it.
Having them here tonight as allies makes me feel like I can do anything. And I think it's really important that we are allies for everybody, because when you don't have allies, life can get really challenging and tough. And some people don't have allies, which can lead to some bad things. And I do want to share some stats that might trigger or be confronting for certain people, but I think it's important that we understand how bad this is. Almost half of young Australian trans people have attempted suicide. 79.9% of young trans kids have self-harmed, and that number is disgustingly high, and it needs to be changed.
Frankie, so much of the issues around people in the queer community are discussed by politicians, by commentators, in the media all the time. It strikes me so often that there's not people who are living through that included in those conversations. So I'm interested for you, who is a teenager, who's going through all of this and understanding it for yourself, what you make of the complicated conversations that we're trying to have as a broader society.
Yeah, I mean, there's heaps of bad things that are happening part of the community, but I think, we've got to try and focus on the good parts, Minus 18, they had a queer formal about 2 months ago at the NGV where 700 queer kids turned up. And I think having that kind of community and that ground to like connect with people was so important. Georgie Stone, I don't know if you guys know who she is, but she's an amazing trans actor, activist who is releasing a documentary, and I think it's just great recognition for the community, you know?
The photos looked fun too.
Well, if support is, of course, available 24/7 through Lifeline on 13 11 14, would you please thank Frankie?